Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds, where today we are going on another extended expedition in a place where what I am wearing makes me look delicious. So let's go ahead and get this lobby up. Hey Wolfkinson. And let's get this lobby ID up. So, there is a chance today that I could end up getting the all gold crown large monsters achievement. Because I'm missing exactly one gold large. And it's Greg. Greg is the only gold large that I do not yet have. I mean, technically there's 3 other monsters I don't have gold large crowns for, but they don't get crowns of any sort, so yeah. Fingers crossed for a big dog. Also, I've gotten way more gold larges than I have gold smalls. Like, I'm missing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm missing 13 gold smalls and 1 gold large. I see we've got Outlander. Oh, you can put the hood down. I was not aware of that. Hang on. How does one hood down? Oh, by just not putting the hat on, I see. That's interesting. And once again, I'm being troubled by the fact that right stick up and down scrolls the menu fast, whereas left and right are used for rotation. But if you do even slightly up, it starts scrolling. But yeah, the fact that the hood is still here if you don't wear the hat, but it's down. That's neat. The presence or absence of the hat changes the model of the chest. Well, in that case, I get to keep my eye patch. Well, Outlander, apparently if you only got the chest, your costume's as complete as it would be if you got the hood, but I see you just got the hood. But hey, that's fine. At least your head looks tasty to a certain monster. before we actually start anything, I need to swap to the right squad. Hey there, Califor. And now let's get this environment link going. I know we don't have a full party just yet, but I mean, there's a Greg on the map right now who isn't going to be here for too long.
Calm the mind and focus.
Okay, where is he going? He is on his way to right there. So it looks like Area 13 gets us there quickest.
Can't forget supplies.
I'm gonna take a cat nap.
So apparently people have discovered a way to get like 2-second quest clears. And it just exploits the fact that poison damage can't trigger a quest starting. So you wait until the monster's cap ready from just poison damage. Then you trigger the quest and capture it immediately.
Target sighted. Engage at your discretion.
So if you want to get some really quick quest timer screenshots, that's how you do it. Yeah, I'm not surprised this dog isn't a crown, but a man can dream. Monkey incoming. Ow. Though I do believe that is Mr. Monkey there signing up to be next. So, another fun fact, this time about this substance that this guy just slurped up. Oh, hi, Jarkon. Didn't realize you were following us. Yeah, this substance that the dog just slurped up. Wyvern milk. In English, it's a rather unwieldy pair of words. Just wyvern milk. And in that combination, they have an unfortunate connotation. That The term and its connotation are not nearly as uncomfortable in the original Japanese. I watched a cutscene with the Japanese vocals recently. And in Japanese, the term for it is less than one syllable away from the term for just, you know, like the regular milk that you go buy at the grocery store and put on your cereal in the morning. Because that stuff, regular milk, gyunyu, which it's a compound of two kanji. The first one is the kanji for cow, the second one is the kanji for milk. The term for wyvern milk in Japanese, gyunyu. So it just replaces the kanji for cow with the kanji for wyvern, which is pronounced gyu. So yeah, it's less than a full syllable different from just regular milk you go buy at the grocery store. Whereas here, wyvern milk instead of just milk or cow's milk. And the term new, or the milk in the combination word there, it's specifically, you know, regular milk. Like, it's not the funny kind of milk that us English speakers sometimes like to use. It's the type of milk that, you know, baby animals drink from their mothers. Specifically that milk. It has no other connotation.
Can't let it go to waste.
So, yeah, it's just one of those terms that the JP team used, possibly because it's got a pun in it, basically. Like, again, it's less than half a syllable different from
Well done.
regular milk like you buy at a store. Less than half a syllable. But yeah, it gains some unfortunate awkwardness in the localization process. Anyway, we got a monkey to go beat up because he tried to beat us up.
Target sighted. Engage at your discretion.
Wolfkinson, I would argue that a substance that can be referred to as man milk is not regular milk. Also, there's like goat milk and other such things, so when I say regular milk, I mean specifically like cow's milk or mother's milk, perhaps. But yeah, there's a different type of milk in English. Technically, in Japan, they also use a term for milk for that, but they usually use the English milk, milku. Nice tail cut. You gotta love heavy blunt pods when they land. Why am I wasting my sword gauge on this? The mounted damage debuff is just so intense. I shouldn't be using my good moves while it's mounted. Oh, someone didn't go far. Oh, hey. Today's hunts should also end up getting, at least me, the Fanged Beast weekly done. Just need one more monkey or bear to do it.
It's always a treat to watch you work, Hunter.
Okay, who... Oh, a settlement is having monster trouble, and it's both of them! Well, I guess we're doing both of them for our next quest.
Now commencing quest by order of the guild.
Okay, and it looks like Gravios is actually slightly closer, so we're going for Gravios.
I gathered some materials too. And check your field pouch.
I don't feel like this ground... What is this? Webs? Cocoon material? Either way, I don't feel like it should be able to support the weight of an entire Gravios. Because it's blind and hasn't yet seen me, I don't get battle music yet. And now it's too preoccupied being mounted. I just don't get battle music for a good while. Oh, there it is. So, Gravios' back break keeps it from doing the downward fire poots after its lasers. This is known. I have seen it do such a fire poot after a laser, I think exactly once in this game so far. Feels like the back break isn't nearly as necessary as it was in 4U. Which I suppose is good because it's not nearly as easy to get as it was in 4U. I've seen it, I think, also exactly once. Maybe twice. Actually, no, more than twice, but, like, it takes basically the whole quest to get it if you're not using a gun. Even if you are using a gun, it's not that fast, I wouldn't think. So, like, yeah, it removes one danger from the quest, but also takes basically the whole quest, and the danger is hardly real. Paras. That one looked like it was at least partially thanks to this Raphma, though. Excuse me, I have... That was the third time there that I pressed to gather that Gloamgrass bud and got a rumble and animation signifying that I was gathering it, but it took the third try to actually get it. You cannot offset a laser. When I saw him turn around so suddenly, I thought he would be coming back, but no. Laser. Got the tail. It does look like the monster dropped something. Something large. Also, hey, we got a Shewu to do next. Hey, we got the back. And you'll note that it still hasn't done a post-laser fire boot. Will this be the one? Nope. Though maybe it was. I did see some heat get vented from the top there. Just no fire. Looks like both wings and the back are broken, which means there's basically nowhere for a heavy explosion pod to actually be super useful. And the only brakes left are legs. And those are kind of rough to get when the Gravios isn't like gold large. Because the belly is a freaking hit magnet, even if it looks like you're hitting the legs. If your attack is close enough to the belly, the game is going to be generous and give you the belly because it's so much softer. Nice medulla. Nice additional medulla. What time is it? Okay, so in like 3 minutes, it's gonna be peak spawning time for Prism Hercudromes.
This way! A tempered monster.
Gemma, it's right there. Go ahead and set the thing up. You don't need the monster to get right next to you. It's right there, Gemma. Oh, I do not have flashes on me right now. Rathalos really didn't need this please knock me down animation. He didn't. Where'd the trap even get set up? Over here. Why does it always get set up like a mile away from where the monster is? Like, you'd think that she'd have the cat go set up the trap like directly in front of her, but no, it's always off at some wild angle. I don't understand. Heavy explosion pods don't go quite as far as I would like. I think like plus 20% to their range, and it would be exactly where I want it to be. Oh, hello, Mr. Bear. Why are you saying take this, big guy? He's already taken it. There's nothing more for you to have him take. She only sets up the one trap. Why does she always say take this, big guy, like 10 seconds after they have gotten out of the trap? There is no more this. Yeah, Wolfkinson, today does seem like it's being a bit of a medulla day for you.
It's always a treat to watch you work, Hunter.
Okay, cephalopod time. Surely we drew it here because of how delicious we all look. Okay, I don't think fire's the best for him, but it's what I got. Well, Outlander, at least you didn't forget your Rathalos tale irreversibly. You remembered it before it was too late. We thought today was going to be about milk, but apparently it's about medullas. Hey, Shaywu, look, a snack has shown up. Casual 1600 from those stabs. Ooh, turf war. Oh, tasty bear. Bear's acting like it's limpy already. Guess it got a bit scared after the octopus tried to eat it. Incidentally, this octopus, in terms of like aesthetics and whatnot, if you actually look at its model, like its underside and all that, it shares more features in common with echinoderms, like starfish, than it does with octopi. Even its arms look more like those of the arms of a brittle star. But its monster class is cephalopod, so perhaps it's a mimic, like many octopi are known to be. And we've got a tempered Greg on the scene. Be pretty nifty if that Greg was gold large, but the chances of that are quite low. Also, apparently, if you've got nothing but time, there's actually a way that you can quickly refresh and look for crowns for a specific monster. Because apparently, if a monster is specifically, and I mean specifically, oh, I can't world map right now, whatever. If a monster is specifically in the arena area, the Wounded Hollow or whatever it is, then if you load into the Wounded Hollow, it randomizes its size every single time, as long as it's there. So you can hunt for a crown for a specific monster if it's in the Wounded Hollow. Just repeatedly reload it, like load into another area and load back into the Wounded Hollow, and it'll re-randomize the size so you can be absolutely certain that you get a crown for that monster. Problem is, the chances are still the same as getting a crown the old-fashioned way. So you're gonna be likely reloading it a whole lot. But you can guarantee yourself a crown. I had a Chatacabra in there yesterday, and I decided to give up on reloading the Wounded Hollow for a crown after, I think it was like the 15th time I loaded in and got no crown. Or actually, no, I didn't get no crown. I saw a gold large and plenty of silver larges, but I already have a gold large for it, so I was looking for specifically gold small Chatacabra, and it didn't show up after like 15 reloads, and I just gave up. So, that head is the only thing we have left to break. I don't know. Well, no, it's not. We also have 2 arms to break, but I don't know. Oh. I can hit the head, but I was a little too close. And no extra breaks for us. Okay.
Well done, Hunter. Now let's continue our investigation.
So now, well, I mean, if they're going to give us a quest that's both of them and that gives the good decos, let's do that. Yeah, Wolfkinson, I feel like Shei Wu just doesn't want to have its mouth broken for some reason. It's weird. Yeah, let's do this double monster quest. Heck, I'm going to use my voucher. Why not? And I'm thinking Greg first.
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared?
Which is helped by the fact that Greg is right outside the Area 6 Southeast camp. This Greg does look big. Oh, please, oh, please. It's not even a crown. It's just way bigger than the last one, despite not being a crown. I guess the last one must have been, like, as close to gold small as it could be. Because that can happen. I know I've got a couple monsters that I am missing a gold small for. And that I know people who have gold small, and my gold small is like 10 centimeters off. Or my not gold small is, rather. Yep. My not gold small is like 10 centimeters off from their gold small. I feel like they need to add silver small at some point. Just so that we can know. It's an extra bit of fun little information. If they're gonna do it for big, why not do it for small, huh? Wow, look at this line of nitro toads. I've got a plan, but it's going to require the dog to stand on or near the nitro toads. Because you see, I can do an unsheath attack that hits them all at once. Or no, I can't. I can hit two of them at once. That's enough. Okay, only one of them actually exploded on Greg. Because I'm used to the unsheath attack with Switch Axe being the sideways sweep. Was it this game that they changed it to the vertical chop? Yeah, I'm used to having a sideways sweep for my unsheath, but it's a vertical chop here. Wow, 842 on that burst. I guess tempered wounds just take crazy damage. Which I guess also makes it make sense that they take so much effort to actually open. I guess my bird believes in going a different way from their birds. Or maybe their birds are taking them to the bear instead. Nope. My bird went the slower way, apparently. Goodbye, Greg. If only we could take the dog path, we could be up there, like, instantly. But unfortunately, birds are not dogs. Oh, I missed Prism Hercudrome time. Oh well. Fire would actually be better than water against this guy. I should change my axe. That tail hair broke remarkably fast. He also had some wounds on him already. What's the deal with that? Like, I know he had a turf war with the octopus, but like... he's a guardian, so wounds shouldn't last long on him. How did he get hurt? Good job, Raphma. I like how adamant seeds grow in this particular area, which happens to be the very first place you encounter this bear with its defense down spit.
Excellent work. That's another quest complete.
Oh boy, another challenger jewel.
The wyvern milk seems to be leaking out in irregular locations.
Well, we're empty.
Make room for me too.
In fact, we're empty for like 7 more minutes.
like to trade something?
I have 6 gold melding tickets to spend. And as you can see, I got myself a lot of Nightflower pollen before they patched the game. I haven't been, like, resting repeatedly to refresh these trades. I'll take the trades as they come. I'll just always have Nightflower pollen for them.
Everyone in the village said they can help too. Okay, bye.
Okay. Well, since we are empty as far as monsters in here go, we will temporarily disband the environment link. And thus will I load back into my own environment, because you gotta do that every time for some reason, even though I don't have to load into it when I start the environment link. Ooh, support ship is here. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna go handle that, and then I will post a quest.
Don't be shy. Have a look. Here. It's all yours. Hope it serves you well. Hope it serves you well.
Why is the Nerscylla weapon a scaly sword? I wonder if in the Japanese that would be like scary sword. Like scary sword.
Hope it serves you well.
I can't claim to know. All I know is scaly sword doesn't sound right for a Nerscylla weapon.
All right. You see you.
Grats on your last Sild Cotton, Outlander. Now you can look fully delicious.
I heard from the others.
Right.
Ah, yes. This Greg is a crown. I know this because I already got that crown. And it's right outside Camp 2.
Understood. Be careful out there.
Yeah, Outlander, a surprising number of gear pieces require Guardian Sacred Feathers.
Well, what can I do?
So my guess is you might have accidentally spent them on something else. When I did my put everything I haven't yet made on the wish list thing, I needed like 14 more Guardian Sacred Feathers. So yeah, they are frequently used.
Something in mind? Ready to get to work? Perfection. Look good? Perfection.
And there are now, I guess, potentially 7 pieces of armor that I have yet to make for the diamond version of Layered. And they all require limited obtainability things. Things I can't just go out and farm. I need 1 Drearsite scrap, 1 Great Hibiscus,
Now,
and then potentially 5 commission tickets. Behold, a Greg puppy.
Hope you find something useful.
I believe that's head break number 1. And there's our tail. So the only brakes we have left are on the front half of this dog. Guess my bird thought better of where it was going. I see our dog is getting himself a little drink of milk. I mean, growing puppies do need lots of milk, so it's fine. I understand, Greg. And now there's an octopus trying to eat a dinosaur. I love that Shaywu has turf wars with all of the Guardians. Because, like, it makes sense. Shaywu is the unofficial apex of this environment. Kind of got cheated out of having its own theme. And the head and forelegs have both broken, so this dog is as broken as can be. I feel like Odogaron has a lot more trouble applying bleed in this game than it did in World. Like, World, it was basically instant on pretty much any claw strike. But in this game, it has to really build up. Like, I've taken a couple hits and I'm still not bleeding. My bleed is almost full,
Can't let it go to waste.
but I'm not bleeding. I think I've been inflicted with bleed like once, and it was on my first hunt against this guy. So yeah, it doesn't feel like much of a thing. Though I imagine that might change once we get Master Rank in. Anyway, now we actually do have monsters here. 2 monsters that could theoretically be new crowns. And the Anjanath wants to leave sooner. So let's get an environment link going and go tackle that Anja.
Can't forget supplies.
I'm gonna take a cat nap. I'll see you back at camp.
That sure is an ordinarily sized Guardian Fulgur. I find it fascinating that of the Guardian monsters, half of them are, you know, just normal monsters. We got Guardian Rathalos, Guardian Doshagama. But the other half, they went specifically straight for the subspecies. It's fascinating that they didn't, like, give us the standard ones. I appreciate it. But this is the first time we've ever seen a subspecies appear without the base species. And, like, aesthetically, Fulgur Anjanath is one of my favorite brute wyverns in the game, so I really appreciate that, but it's just interesting that they made that choice. Even more interesting in that the only subspecies we have in the game are Guardians. I really do hope this game's eventual expansion doesn't polarize and only give us subspecies for monsters that were already in the game. I want to see, honestly, every subspecies of every monster that's in the game.
Carve materials from feather parts.
Because when we get more subspecies, we get more options of things to hunt and more variety in terms of weapons and stuff. Like, I get why they don't do it, and I would rather have one new monster than 3 returning subspecies. Or heck, I'd rather have 1 returning monster than 3 returning subspecies. But, like, this Anjanath was asking this octopus for a turf war, and the octopus just paid no attention to him. That's real sad. He got ignored. If they're gonna do subspecies, I want all of them. Well, I'm glad that thing sailed over me instead of hitting me, because I absolutely timed my offset wrong. And down goes the Anja.
This thing's a trove of new data.
What did you just grab from up? Hey, Jim.
Excellent work. That's another quest complete.
All right, Hirabami's up next because it was here first. Actually, what time is it? Okay, still plenty of time until sunrise.
Commencing test now. Are you prepared?
Oh no, my food buff. Gotta say, these frame drops I keep getting on occasion. I'm probably still gonna get them once I've got my 5090. But boy, I can't wait to have that 5090. I'm eager to see what manner of uplift I get in this game. I mean, I know that in terms of actual throughput, I should expect, like, at best, a 25% uplift, but, like, hell, I'll take that. Like, honestly, even if I can get this exact same performance just without using DLSS, that is pretty much exactly what I want. If I can run this at native 4K, oh baby. NVIDIA says that the 5090 is being sent via 2-day FedEx, which that's nice. Be even nicer if they had already sent it by now instead of be still waiting on them to actually ship it. Also, we're missing out on an octopus trying to eat a dog. Hey, there's the dog the octopus tried to eat. It definitely did not look small. But I don't think it looked gold large. But then again, I only got a couple frames of it. So I believe Shaywu comes next, but we'll do whoever has the shortest remaining timer. So who is it? It is in fact Shaywu. So it is octopus time. Congrats on your wyvern gems, Outlander. Yeah, Wolfkinson, it is a little weird for Hirabami to be in Wyveria, but we don't need everything that shows up in the cliffs to be exclusive to there, you know? I came in here because items. That's right. Incidentally, Camp 2 there is one of the camps marked as safe. Monsters can't get to it. They can't reach it. They shouldn't even be able to find it, but actually while I was playing last night, a Guardian Doshaguma did find it and kept attacking the wall closest to the tent, trying to destroy my tent. In a camp that is, mind you, safe and shouldn't be able to be discovered at all. I took some video of it, but unfortunately the file corrupted or something. Like, I can't put it into my video editing program to trim it. So, Wolfkinson, we were talking about it not doing its mouth attack at all the last time, but this one is apparently into that sort of thing. love when the wound is on the tentacle that didn't just get severed. And that's all the tentacles. Buddy, you missed. Needed a little more follow through. This nerd just keeps getting offset. Oh, dang it, it's dawn. I missed bug time again. It's almost as though when you're focusing on monsters, it's harder to remember endemic life. I still need to find that Prism Hercudrome so that the community will be able to discover a new thing. I feel like if someone gets grabbed like that, it's a great opportunity for everyone else to break the mouth. Nice free gem from that wound break. Or was that the head break? That was the head break. Still, nice free gem. Nice gem, Outlander. Specifically, the trees in this area at dawn or dusk are where you find Prism Hercudromes.
Continue our investigation.
Unfortunately, morning is not dawn.
Truly magnificent tree. I'm sure it has quite the storied history.
It's like right for like the minute before
Flavored milk seems
the
to be
time
very
officially switches over to, or no, it's like there's a brief window either before or after the time officially switches to morning where the sun hasn't like actually risen yet. And this Rathalos is up next. And then there's a similar time for night. This guy looks smallish. Just small-ish, though, not officially small. Dude picked a fight with a herd of Raphma and lost. Legit went to chase them down and got paralyzed for his trouble. Feels so weird to be earplugged up just for doing a full unleash. Especially after the swings are done. It feels like I shouldn't still have plugs at that point. Dude just transitioned from about to do a tail sweep to being in the air. I guess mounting a Rathalos on a slope can result in shenanigans. Alright, well, we got this guy fully broken. It saddens me that wyvern milk, while it does count, at least I think it counts as being wet for the fish roe meal, I do not believe it counts. Well, actually, I know for a fact it doesn't count for getting rid of fire blight because I just failed to get rid of fire blight despite rolling in the milk.
It's always a treat to watch you work, Hunter.
It would have been funny if I was allowed to grill on top of this Rathalos. Now let's actually find out right now. Does Swimmer... No, Swimmer does not count this milk. Never mind. I must have been in a different part of this map where there actually is water when I got the Swimmer effect. Congrats on your Ruby, Wolfkinson. And looks like Greg is up next because Greg's all there is. And I'm gonna just real quick pop into this tent to stop being diseased.
I'll sit tight here. Time for a few quick reps.
That sure is an ordinarily sized Greg. Well, he didn't get very far, did he? I really want to try and get an offset on this guy, but so many of his attacks have such short wind-ups. It can be rough, but then again, sometimes you just get it. Oh, hello, Guardian Secrets. Please, give unto us your feathers. Hello, Guardian Ebony Gem. It's rare you see a Guardian Sacred pack this large. Wow, 2 more Guardian Ebony Gems.
Now let's continue our investigation.
That was a very gemmy dog. This lighting, what time is it? Okay, we're not close to sunset yet. And we're empty again. But only for a couple minutes.
Hello. Yes. Would you like to trade something? I can help you source materials.
Hey, there's the last great hibiscus I needed. At least for the diamond versions. I am going to make all of the circle layered as well. Just not until I'm done with the diamonds.
Goodbye.
Well, what can I... Hey. Got something in mind? Perfection. Hello.
So if I go into forge/upgrade armor, there is exactly one... Or sorry, I'm making circle versions, not diamond. Never mind. There's exactly one circle piece that I do not have layered yet. That I can see. I mean, there are, of course, more. Because I haven't been making all of the alpha and all of the beta, because there's only one appearance for layered. But yeah, these high metal gloves are the only circle piece I have yet to make.
Come back anytime.
And now it is time for another Hirabami, because that's what's here. A Bami. And apparently my bird thinks the best way to get to it is to go through my tent.
I heard from the others.
That feel when you get shot because you're typing a thing to a friend. Anyway, this guy sure isn't of any specific size. I have summoned the bees. And they're just kind of chilling where their nest was because the Hirobami's not close enough. I'm not gonna lie, these hornets are not reacting nearly as violently to having their nest destroyed as real-world hornets would. They're just looking around in the immediate vicinity of where their nest was, like, oh, I guess nothing's here. That's weird. Not like, hey, something somewhere killed our nest, let's go find it. Just, huh, I don't see what did it. I guess it was just, like, the wind or something? You can't sting the wind. The hornets gave up so thoroughly that they're just gone now. All right, looks like that Anja's up next. But before Anja, I need to go grab this magnificent fossil. Yeah, Outlander, the Corrupted Mantle is kind of just busted. Like, to a ludicrous degree. Because just adding additional hits to melee attacks is enormous.
Is that creature holding something?
I don't know. Is that creature holding something? Where is it? I don't see a creature to be holding something, Alma. You need to tell me about these things sooner. There it is. But it's too late. How dare you, Alma? Okay, full Granja time.
Always happy to take requests. Guess I'm on guard duty.
Apparently there's another thing about the corruption mantle. If you use the Gormagala set bonus, I believe it was, then it just negates the drawback. And so it's just free damage and lots of it.
Target sighted. Engage at your discretion.
This man is big, but not big enough to be a crown. But his size is enough that that tail is not so easy to reach. Fun fact, I may need 14 crowns in this game, but like 8 of them can be found on this map. Just because of how much diversity this map has on it. Not to mention the fact that all of the Guardian monsters being unique to this map make it even more necessary to be here for the remaining crowns I have. I think the next highest amount of unique crowns on any map that I've got left is freaking the Windward Plains with 2 because Chatacabra's there. It's Chatacabra and Ray Dow. Like, that's it. And then for the oil well, I need New Udra, surprise. For the forest, I need Uthduna, surprise. I don't need Jin Dahad for the Ice Shard Cliffs. I need Blangonga there. I love heavy blunt pods when I manage to land them. And of course my amp had to end right when the mount did. Couldn't have me be amped for the knockdowns, no sir. Nice gem. Ooh, it is sundown. But when in sundown is it? That matters. Ooh, it's time. This is like right now or else in like 1 minute is, or maybe 2, is like perfect time for Prism Hercudroming. Yeah, I think it's right now. So I'm going to go look for a bug real quick. Just eyes on the trees. I don't know if, like, any tree here can have it, or if it's only specific ones. Hi, Gravios. I do know the video that I've seen of someone grabbing it was from a tree with this specific model. I believe it was this exact tree right here. But unfortunately, these things are in fact rare. And thus, there is no guarantee that I will find one. Considering I've already made a circuit, probably not going to find one. Where did that dog go? There did that dog go. Not a crown. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any Prism Hercudrome today. Alright. A settlement is having monster trouble with specifically that Gravios. Well, then I guess we better go take care of that Gravios specifically.
Now commencing quest by order of the guild.
Hey, look, I found it. This Gravios looks on the smaller end. Not a crown, but smaller end. What it certainly is not is 2 Basarios in a trench coat. Something I find fascinating about Gravios in this game. After his roll attack, his back is a weak zone for focus strikes and the like. But because Gravios is so big, it's practically unreachable for a melee weapon. But I suppose if a gunner sees him doing his roll, they can queue up their focused shot. a smidge late on that. When did I put my mantle on? Apparently a while ago. It's wearing off. The bigger the monster, the better it feels to offset. Just fact of life right there. Alright, we got that part. And here comes the roll. See, that back right there is a weak zone. Of course, I suppose the whole gunner queue up a shot for the back weak zone during a roll thing only really works if it's rolling at not the gunner. Gas keeps going even after the Gravios is flinched, huh? I was trying to get that on the back, but the wing got in the way. Though admittedly, the face is a much better break to get than the back in terms of rewards. So I should probably be going for the face. Face is also generally more reachable. Oh, that was a heavy blunt pod. Nice back break. Oh, is he gonna go up the taller vines? It's actually really funny watching Gravios go up the taller stuff here, because, like, he's got to actually flap his way up. Gravios proving that he is, in fact, a flying wyvern. You don't get to see a Gravios do that much flapping, usually. Outlander, I was not trying to teach specifically you about this. I was trying to just talk about things. Say words about Mr. Gravios. That was to all gunners, not to you specifically. Now, if I was talking to you specifically, Outlander, I would say that
Well done, Hunter. Now let's
in order
explore
to
some
shoot
of
bullets, you have to make sure your gun is loaded. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a quest for both bear and dog. But first, Tashin wants to give me a meal, and who am I to say no? Yeah, Wolfkinson, Switch Axe can also reach the back hit zone on all but, like, the biggest of Gravios. When it's exposed like that after a roll. The problem is they get up after the first hit, and thus I cannot continue hitting at the back hit zone. So it's basically just the first hit, and then the psychic powers are the only damage I get specifically on the back when I go for it.
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today.
Alright, let's go for whoever is closer to a base camp. And it looks like the answer there is Doshaguma. Bear time.
Let's take a quick break.
Yesterday I was looking at what kinds of mods are available for this game, just to see. Apparently someone uploaded a freaking cursed one that removes almost all of the hair from monsters that have it. So you get to see what Doshaguma is like without most of the hair on him. And there's a freaking naked Kongalala, and it's so cursed. But I imagine it does improve frame rates for people with certain GPUs. It's just cursed as heck. I find it fascinating that in every previous game, doing an elemental burst with a switch axe required a little bit of sword juice for every tick of the burst, and then for the explosion itself. But in this game, you just need to have some sword juice in order to initiate the burst. And everything beyond there is effectively free. Including the full unleash following the burst is also free. It's fascinating. Like, in World, the strat, and Rise, I guess, the strat was basically like, if you're almost out of sword juice, that's the perfect time for a zero sum, because zero sum only requires you to have the amount to initiate it. And I guess they just took that and made that all elemental bursts and not just zero sum. Mind you, these moves do cost sword juice if used when you have sword juice. But if you're empty, you only need the sword juice to start the combo. And now is time for dog. Hello, dog. Amazing you can get a sneak attack even after the monster has literally looked at you. Guess it just didn't expect me to attack it. Which, you know, canonically does make sense, considering this outfit, its whole purpose is to help you hide from guardians because they ignore the cocoons, and this makes you look like a cocoon or something, or smell like one or whatever. So I guess, yeah, wearing this gear and having guardians not attack you on sight is the expected outcome canonically, even if it's not the expected outcome gameplay-wise. Dang, wasn't quite close enough to latch on for zero sum. You know, I have to wonder. Like, I think I have an idea what they were thinking when they made the mantles in this game. Like, oh, people only ever used rock-steady, temporal, and evasion mantles. And so they put the rock-steady and evasion mantle in this game, and then we're like, yeah, Vitality Mantle, people barely used once they had rock-steady and temporal. What can we do to make that better? Oh, I know. Let's make it heal you to full every few seconds for a minute. Okay, and what can we do for another damage mantle so that people can use more than just evasion? Oh, how about we make a mantle that makes people attack Or hit twice. A lot. So instead of nerfing the mantles that were just too good, they're like, hey, let's make some mantles that are also too good and perhaps even better. Which, I mean, hey, that's the way to do it. If you want to make stuff people use, make it good. And if you want people to feel happy about it, make the new stuff better instead of nerfing the old stuff.
We've been given more supplies. Check your sacred pouch.
Rathalos, you don't have to sign up to be next. You're literally the only other thing here right now. Oh, never mind. There's also a Guardian Rathalos. Hello, Guardian Ebony Gem. That's what, 4 or 5 of those today so far? So I guess having more gems is good because I can use it for more melding. Or not melding, for making the
Well done, Hunter. Now
the
let's
stuff
get
to
our
upgrade Arshan gear. Okay, well, the Tempered Rathalos is the one who signed up to be next, and also he's sticking around longer, so he's next.
A tempered monster. Look at the size of that scar. No permission received. Begin the hunt.
How dare you use a DPS tracker, Outlander? Daddy Capcom wouldn't be happy with you. I'm guessing that flash reduced effect was because the Rathalos was A, not looking towards it, and B, a mile away. Then again, for this one, it wasn't as far, but it was still not looking towards it. Just wondering if it's maybe a tempered Rathalos thing or if it is in fact positioning. And it's positioning. The answer is positioning. Gotta make sure he's looking towards it if you don't want reduced effect. The fact that they give it an effect at all if he's not looking towards it is already a little bit too generous, if I'm honest. Feels weird going back and forth between Guardian and Tempered monsters, because, like, both of them have something about wounds. And my brain kind of crosses the wires, like, oh, I gotta break the wounds fast or they'll recover. On Tempered monsters, where that isn't true. It's Guardians where that's true. Even if we're on this map. Oh, hey, Rathalos does still have his pin. He took you pretty high up there, huh? I haven't seen Rathalos. I haven't seen Rathalos do his pin in this game until just now. But I'm glad he still has it. Hooray for full breaks. And hey, we got a Guardian Fulgur spawning in. I guess with the amount of monsters that can spawn on this map, there's a lower chance that we run out of them at any given time. I would have thought that any map would have roughly the same spawn rate, but I guess it changes based on things. Could be map size, could be available monsters. Okay, time for more different Rathalos. Bro's not where I can reach him for a sneak attack. Yeah, Wolfkinson, it's a hint that at least one of us two is sucking, but he's not judging us. So the question is, who's sucking more, you or me? Don't answer that, Outlander. Do not answer it. Some things are better left unknown. Is it just me, or did he just get knocked down like 3 or 4 times before he hit the ground? I would have laughed if he went down the cliff instead of landing up here. I would have laughed so hard.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind.
Apparently he had a friend. Hello, other Guardian Rathalos.
Excellent work. That's another quest complete.
But he is not our next target, because we don't hunt the same monster twice in a row most of the time. We go for this Guardian Fulgur because it's staying here the least duration.
This way! This way! Truly magnificent tree. I'm sure it has quite the skill.
This Rathalos is all gross. Aha, we're performing competitively with one another in damage in almost every hunt, I see. Then perhaps I should go to base camp and grab my corruption mantle so that I can be the victor. Because I'm pretty sure I've put on my mantle exactly once this entire stream so far. Because I just don't think to do it. And I'm using the Healy mantle because I guess it's a mantle that exists. I don't know what this... Oh, this Fulgur was fighting apparently a single Guardian Sacred. I see. Oh, no, there's 2 of them. Yeah, he was definitely fighting something. Going all out. Feels a little wrong that wild guardians should fight wild guardians, but I guess that's why we're putting them down, because they're being abnormal-like.
Engage at your discretion.
This jerk roared me out of my full unleash. It's rude. He is going a ways. Ah, I see. He had to get some milk to slurp up. It's really sad that I have to be proud that I hit triple digits with my discharge during a mount. I hate the damage debuff. Let me do full damage while he's mounted.
Excellent work. That's another quest complete.
The Rathalos is here for a shorter amount of time than the bear, but we've done 2 Rathaloses more recently than we have done any bears, and therefore it is bear time. This sure is a bear of ordinary size. Seems on the smaller end, though. Back on the subject of mods, another mod that I saw on the list was an absolute cheater mod. Advertises itself as it makes your mantles ready for every hunt. Which, you know, speedrunners would love that because, I mean, hey, needing to kill time between hunts kind of sucks when you're trying to, like, chase records or whatever. But the way it accomplishes this is not by somehow making it so that at the start of a quest, the cooldown gets refreshed or anything. No. They accomplish it by making all mantles have a 10-second cooldown. Yeah, it'll be ready for every hunt. It'll also be ready like 15 times during the hunt. Not that many, only that many if it's like a 20-minute hunt, but still, you know what I'm trying to get at here. Honestly, it'd be kind of nice if Capcom made it so that mantles did have their cooldowns just end, say, at the end of a hunt. Like, you get to the quest results screen, it kills all cooldowns so that your mantles are ready again. That would be nice. But I guess they don't want people to potentially kill a thing and then put on a mantle and immediately go kill something else. Oh, hey folks, what are you doing out here? There's bears and Rathos. You walked right past them. Then again, I guess they are in their outfits that make guardians not pay too much attention to them. Hopefully no octopi spawn in. Hopefully the damage we're getting on this Rathalos right now doesn't cheat us out of making him a quest target later. That sure is a Rathalos of ordinary size. Ow. This boy really wants to help us with this bear. I bet that bear dropped to 0 HP while he was drinking his milk. We probably could have killed him with just a knife. Quest creation unavailable for the Rathalos. Which means we got 14 minutes to bring him down without guild permission. Yeah, it's kind of lame that doing enough damage to a monster with like weapons and stuff before it's officially a quest just makes it not allowed to be officially a quest. Honestly, I feel like what should happen is if you do enough damage to a monster during a quest for a different monster, they should have the option to add that monster to your quest. Instead of just denying us guild permission to hunt the thing. I love that he put his face into the second half of my full unleash. Yeah, Wolfkinson, the guild takes poachers pretty seriously, you know. That's what the guild knights are all about. They send those guys out to kill poachers. Which means our days are numbered.
What do you suppose this is? It looks quite old.
One of these days, Alma will learn to recognize ancient wyvern coins. One of these days. Also, we have emptied the map again. But it's only empty for like 3 minutes. Ooh, and it's like perfect time for bug. No, it's not. I was looking at the wrong spot. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Don't sweat it. You can use it next time.
I heard from the others. Yes. Somebody wants to make a trade.
It feels less valuable to grab a gold relic ticket than a gold melding ticket, but whatever. I've got enough pollen and it's here. Sounds like Stache is having a time as usual.
Okay, bye. Yes.
Well, Outlander, sounds like you're supposed to be shooting Rathlos in the face.
Everyone in the village said they can help too. Goodbye.
I'll sit tight here.
Still got 22 minutes on my food buff. And we have attracted another octopus. I like that he's right on top of the Rathlos corpse, like, ooh, free food. Yeah, Outlander, I'm with you. I also am not a fan of garlic. Though I understand that there are people for whom there is no such amount as enough garlic. And you know, let them have what they want. During my 2 years living in Japan, the one thing that made me most wish or most feel homesick. The one time I felt the most homesick was a few weeks after I first got there. I needed something for dinner. Dropped by the 7-Eleven, looked at the packaged meals they had. You know, just microwave them. You get a tasty little thing. Dang, this guy is doing that move constantly. Keep doing it. We want to break your mouth. But, yeah, packaged meals. You get them, you put them in the microwave, you've got a nice meal. It's tasty. Not the healthiest in the world, but it works. Fills you up. So I was looking at them. And at the time, I couldn't read kanji very well. Like, hiragana, katakani, katakana, not katakani. Katakana, hiragana, those, just fine. Anyway, I see this thing that's like a bowl of noodles and it's got some stuff in it, like egg and other stuff. And so I look at it and the name of it, I can read Niku, which means meat. And so like, hey, look, it's some kind of meat. I like meat. I will get this bowl of meaty noodle soup. It wasn't meat. It was ninniku. Ninniku is garlic. I got a bowl of garlic noodle soup. And I don't like garlic, but I forced myself to finish it because I'm not the type to waste food, especially after I pay for it. Like, that's my meal for the night. It's that or nothing. So I finished it, but that most homesick I ever felt. And damn if I didn't come close to tears. There's the last arm.
I gathered some materials too. Check your field pouch.
Yeah, Wolfkinson, I've got a couple friends for whom enough garlic is not a real amount. So, like, I get it. There are people like that. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in my family who doesn't like garlic.
I set a bomb.
But that's just how it is. Garlic ain't my thing. Okay, his face is already busted. I believe his front arms are not, but I don't know that I can hit them safely, especially not with the bombs there now. Eh, whatever. It totally mattered. Kind of interesting that this... we haven't seen any RedmondStreams. Like, here of all maps. Oh, hey, look, another gem.
Excellent work. That's another quest complete.
And we got nobody here, but there is a Greg coming in a couple minutes. So I do believe we will wait for that Greg, hunt it, and then call it a stream. Just on the off chance that that Greg gets me my all gold larges achievement.
I heard from the others.
Hey. What are we making today?
Curse you, Drearicite scraps.
You know where to find me.
Yes. Somebody wants to make a trade. Okay, bye.
Hey. What are we making today? I'm ready to work. All right. Perfection. Ready to get to work? Perfection.
As well craft a couple things that I can.
Ready to get to work? Perfection. Shea bar.
By the way, you folks are going to need to have your Kunafa gear ready for next stream. Because this is the only place we got left. And there's our dog.
A potential target has appeared. Check your map when you're ready.
Yeah, Outlander, fast traveling by world map, regardless of where you're going, kills environment links. That's just how it is. This dog is bigger than the ones we've fought so far. But of course it's silver large. 1666. Okay, so it's silver larger. Of course it's silver larger and not gold large, because the game just had to tease me like that. Yeah, it's the only gold large you still need. Here you go, have one that's a new record of bigness for you. Was that, you wanted the gold large? No. No. Why would you even think that we'd give you that? No. Accidentally unplugged my laptop while trying to prevent a cat from exploring in a place she shouldn't be. Because though the time has changed for me, I still feed the cats at the same absolute time, as in, like, based on the freaking sun, because they're cats. They don't understand time changes. Though they sure act like they understand time changes, but I think that's just a matter of them recognizing that the schedules of the people in this house have changed somewhat. And they know that when certain things happen, that means that it's about dinner time. And so, if I didn't know any better, I would think that they could read clocks. But no, they cannot. They're just little pattern recognition machines. So yeah, while they used to get fed at 6 o'clock, they now get fed at 7 o'clock because of the time change. But around 6 o'clock, they start acting like it's almost dinner time. Because cats. This Congalala thinks we're gonna hunt it. But it's wrong. Well, that's one way to keep the monkey distracted while we chase the dog. I'm assuming the dog went into the hollow of that tree that I've always felt like I should be able to go into. Like, it feels like inside the hollow of that tree is where there should be a camp instead of just sitting next to the tree out in the freaking open. Be nice if my parry kept me from getting Dragon Blight. And of course it had to walk a step away from my full unleash. And there we go. Silver larger dog. And with that, it is in fact time to end the stream. So thanks folks for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. Thank you Wolfkinson and Outlander for joining the hunts. And I will be back tomorrow when we are going to do another one of these extended expeditions in the Windward Plains. Where's... See you then, friends.